Hey everyone, it's Bree and Xavier. We're just going to update you on kind of what's going on in the next couple weeks. So we have a doctor's appointment next week for cardiology in Winnipeg. It's on Wednesday. So that's just to check him over after his stay in hospital. They just want to check everything over, kind of make sure that his stats are still doing okay where they want them to be. And then we are going to have 14 days of isolation. So that means we just go to see Dr. Mike, which we've already been doing. So that will be our only time we leave the house. Otherwise, we have to stay inside. So no more walks, which is okay. We'll just find other ways to do stuff. And so we're going to do that. And then on the 20th, we go in for a cath lab, which is I believe it is a camera that they put in his groin, and it goes up through his artery, I believe, to his heart, into the shunt area, so they can see how the shunt is actually working, because this way they actually get an inside view, make sure there's no clots, that sort of stuff, which they assured us there wasn't. And then this will be the deciding factor on when we go for surgery, whether it's in June or July. So I'm hoping we get to July. Our nurse Holly, she thinks more probably end of June, which is still okay. Just either way, it's just going to be a weird situation because we don't really know how Edmonton is set up. I know you can only have one parent in the room with the child, but we don't know if we can alternate like we could in Winnipeg. When we get back from Edmonton, we're hoping that we can just leave from the airport and get right to home and do 14 days of isolation at home, and we don't have to do them in hospital. So it's all kind of a play by ear. We're not really sure what's going on. Obviously, things are starting to open up, so maybe we'll get lucky end of June. Everything will be open. The quarantine will kind of be a little bit more lax, and we can come home and maybe not have to do 14 days of isolation. It's just weird because we're going from hospital to hospital, so you wouldn't think that we would have to isolate, but the rules are the rules, so if that's the case, we'll follow them, obviously. We don't want Xavier to get sick again. So yeah, basically that's where we are right now. We don't really know much else. We kind of talked to infectious disease, and we're leaning more towards the live virus that we gave him. It's a live vaccine that maybe kind of got in there and took and kind of gave him the symptoms, because otherwise, or maybe it was the way we were mixing his formula, because otherwise we're not really sure, because nothing came back in any of his tests that we did. Obviously all his scans were good. So speaking more and more to infectious disease, that's kind of where we're leaning. So overall, it was nothing really that we did or didn't do that specifically did it. They're not really sure, so we kind of have to take care of ourselves. But we will keep in touch with everyone and make sure that we keep Xavier happy. He's a little cranky today. So anyway, we'll talk to you all later after our next set of appointments and exams. Bye, guys.